the Bush administration had been after us for several years. At least since 9/11, when 40 days after September 11th, 40 days after September 11th, in a national broadcast, we went up, and that's when C-SPAN, there wasn't no 200 and 500 channels, there wasn't no such thing as DirecTV. You had 32 channels. There wasn't no channel 855, none of that. And C-SPAN was big then. And we went up on October 31st, 2001, 40 days after 9/11, and we had a panel of radical imams, and we were the most radical out of the radical imams. And I gave a speech, I was blessed to give a speech that burned Bush's behind up and burned up the United States on the so-called war on terror and who is the real terrorist. And at that time we were teaching that we don't blame it on bin Laden, we blame it on George Bush,
That's right.
the executioner from Texas. And we ran the line from Bush all the way back to George Washington and dealt with who are the true terrorists.
That's what we did.
And so we burned all that up on national TV to the extent that they shut it down.
That's right.
It was supposed to rerun, and they got calls from Congress, and they forced C-SPAN to not rerun the program and to shut it down, and they called the National Press Club to stop us from ever having a broadcast from there again. I'm talking about this little bold group of black brothers and sisters here. Now look, Bush had a vendetta against us. That's my point. From blasting him on the mall and everywhere else we went, all the way back to when he was the governor of Texas.
That's right.
And in 1998, Bush was the governor of Texas.
Wake 'em up.
And around the case of James Byrd, and specifically Shaka Sankofa, it was the new Black Panther Party that was the thorn in Bush's side. And I've always been of the belief that Bush had vowed that before he left office, he would try to trap us on something.
That's right.
And as strong as we were still too wise to run into his traps. So on the last days of his administration, on the last day, November 4th, 2008,
Teach the date.
he gets what he wants.
Teach.
Some little weak charge on the new Black Panther Party of voter intimidation,
That's right.
saying that we were in front of a polling place with a baton.
Counting soap bubbles.
Now, what would we look like in front of a polling place
Come
with a
on.
baton? You know we don't carry batons.
That's right.
Psych. I'm just playing. All right. Look, brothers and sisters, we did. Why were we at the polls that day?
Teach.
First of all, you Negroes
Go ahead.
that are accusing us of campaigning for Barack Obama, you're a damn lie.
Teach.
Barack Obama was not the recipient of any campaign activity on behalf of the new Black Panther Party. As a group, we didn't endorse anybody. Really, we didn't even get involved at all. There were some individuals within the organization that may have blogged on their website once. There were some individuals that may have supported him, and there were others that maybe did not. But we did not take a position in terms of backing the candidate, and I'm sure Obama didn't want us to. But we decided that on election day that we would go out to the polls because of what? Because they said they was going to be stopping black people from coming to vote. We knew that they didn't want a black man in office, and there were strong intelligence indicators that there was going to be some trouble at the polls, and that we wanted to make sure that the police wasn't harassing our people, so we wanted to go out and do what we could.